Good afternoon and welcome to my Flosstube channel for the love of stitches. My name's Eleanor. I'm based in Yorkshire, West Yorkshire in the UK. A lot of people will also know me as Ellie. I'm the other half of Yorkshire Dolly Mixtures. But I thought we need to start a new channel. Mainly because my stitching is a lot to do with samplers, and I thought with this new one, this new channel, what we can do is focus on the different designers and things like that to start with. So this first Flosstube, I'm going to be focusing on Handsacrosstheseasamplers. I've done quite a few of their samplers, and I want to go through my current whips I've got with them, and my finishes, and also my stash. Yep, I do have stash. So a little bit about myself again. As I said, I'm from West Yorkshire in the UK, but my heart and my soul is actually in Scotland. I am part Scottish, but we do spend an awful lot of time up there. So what I want to do as well with this channel is sort of like show you what I do and the places we visit and in the relations to stitching and things like that. I've got an itch in my ear. It's typical. It's either your nose or your ear. And sorry about that. But yeah, so we're going to try and broaden the scope a little bit. And as I said, I do have a love for samplers, and a lot of people think I'm the sampler queen, but I'm not. Really am. I think that title goes to people like Brenda and Laura from Brenda and the Serial Starter, also Carol, Salt Box Stitcher, Nicole from Nicole's Needleworks, you know, and oh, while Sarah Snaps, Christina. Oh, we'll go through Christina's work in a later video and show you. So what I want you to do is grab a drink of your choice. Mine is a lovely black coffee in my new mug that I purchased in Scotland, and we'll take it from there and see how we get on. Okay. So I hope you've stuck it so far, because I am a bit nervous. So let's see how we get on, shall we? So Handsacrosstheseasamplers. Their samplers are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I love them all. So I thought I'd go through all my whips with you first, and take it from there. So I'll show you this one first because it's at the side of me. It's all rolled up. Let me just get the booklet. Where are we? There we go. So it's Mary 395, and I'm stitching this on 40 count Morel, which is from Sparklies. There we go. And I am using a Silks for You, and I've got the bag so I remember what it is. So it's PR057, and I've put it onto a ball. So here we go. She's been on the scrolls some time. There's progress so far. I hope to get some more progress on her shortly, but at the moment I'm actually doing a model stitch for Northumberland Sampler House, and watch out on my Instagram because I will be showing clips of that as well. And just to let you know as well, my Instagram page is also, I've renamed it For the Love of Stitches. You can't miss me, but I'll link it all down below so you can have a look. So that's Mary 395. You will note that a lot of my stitching is done on 40 count. I love 40 count. If you've never done it before and you've always used higher count, so big holes. Sorry, a lower count, bigger holes. So if you use a 28, 32 count, 36, and you're struggling to actually see the holes on a 40 count, don't give in straight away. Let your eyes adjust to the count. It may take a couple of days, but they will adjust to the count, and then you'll find it a lot easier, even if you are using a magnifier. I actually use readers when I'm stitching, so which are here. So just a pair of readers, and they help me. So these come off. These are varifocals, and my readers are plus 3.25. So they're brilliant. So there we go, Mary 395. So what else have we got in the whip pile? We've got Maria Vincenza Loreccia. Is that one? Yeah, I like red samplers. And my plan is to do another floss tube with just red samplers. So there we go. And this is being stitched again with Silks for You, and this one is PR126, so it's a variegated, and it's all folded up because it's been in my, it's a big pieces, this one, but that's as far as I've got with that for now. So she's, as you can see, she's going to be a big lady, but that's where we are. Again, she's on 40 count, but this time we're on 40 count, and it is Little Bunny by Jude Designs on Etsy. I do use hers and Sparkly's fabrics a lot. So that's that one. Sorry, I need to put everything back in its bags, otherwise I'll get muddled up, and then I'll know about it. So next we have Jane Fiddis, which I did start as a stitch along last year, but I haven't got very far with it. So there we go, Jane Fiddis, 1835. Yeah, reading back to front. Do bad on that. I love these booklets, and this is done on a raw linen. It's from Zweigart. So the outer border's done. I really do need to get back to her. I wasn't too sure, because I've never really done satin stitch before, so that's my first attempt at satin stitch, so it really put me off a little bit, but yeah. And again, I haven't actually said that, but I like Scottish samplers, because it's my heritage really. And if you're thinking, why is it my heritage, my dad is actually Scottish, so that's Jane Fiddis. Again, 40 count, as I said. Pop her back. Keep all my stitching in bags. Right then, the next one is a little small. Now, if you've ever bought a chart from Nicola at Handsacrosstheseasamplers, and you buy them directly from her, I don't know whether the shops do them or not, but you get a card in with the package. So I've got a few of these cards now, but on the back of the card you also get a chart. So just quickly show you this one. There we go. Which is on the back of that chart, and it's taken from, as far as I know, Elizabeth Weston. If you look at that centre scroll, that is part of it. I don't know why I've stopped doing this, but this is done in DMC. I didn't say, but Jane Fiddis is also DMC. No, she isn't. She's 103s. That's why I haven't got the things out, because they're upstairs. But I'm doing Jane Fiddis on 103. But there we go. That's my small attempt on that. And this is, again, it's an 40 count. It's an offcut from Xtube Designs. So I'm not. Wait a minute. We do have a colour. It's called Bunny. Didn't realise that I'd left the tag in there with the colour on. And it's only got a few colours in it, as you can see. We've got a total of 5 colours. Yes, they are DMC. I like to jazz things up. That's back in there. Now, some of you may recognise the next one. It's my favourite, and I'm enjoying doing it. And I've taken it off the scroll frames to put this model stitch on that I'm doing. But it's Anton Buffendale, and if you haven't seen what she looks like, that's what she looks like. She's quite a big girl. And I've also used the photograph for my page on Instagram, and all the colours I'm using DMC. There we go. So it's all the called for DMC colours, which you will find on the back of the chart booklet. Plenty of colours there. Excuse the folds. That's where I am so far. And I am using Cafe au Lait by Zwigat. And if you look, I don't know if you can see it or not, that lovely little flower there. It's all 1/1 and 40 count, and I love it. There is a few sections that are 1/1, and I can't wait to get onto them. The only thing I did struggle with is the centre. If you look at the centre, it's actually the same colour as the Cafe au Lait, so I did struggle with seeing the holes and getting them right. But I love that. Basically, I like all Nicola's charts, Nicola and Sandra's charts. Pop that back in there. So that is the current whips that I have at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed seeing those. I really do need to get them finished. The thing is, I struggle to get them framed, so I really do need to get a lot of framing done. I have quite a lot of finishes, and some of them are stunning. So what I will do now is I will, if you want to look at them, if you don't, bye. Just take your drink and I'll see you next time. A lovely black coffee. So what I'm going to do now is show you my finishes. It's only a couple of them, there's not many. And one of them I have, my English is terrible, I have framed, so I'll just grab her because she's just at the back. Okay, bear with me. There we go. So that is Jane Marshall, and I loved stitching her. It was a little gem. She originally came out for the wildfires that were in Australia, so we were raising funds for that, so that Nicola and Sandra brought that out as a fundraiser, and then it became a little gem, which I'm sure you can still get it on the website. But that's just framed in a bog standard frame, and it's done with DMC, good old DMC on 40 count Dr. Smith's tonic by Sparklies. Unfortunately, Sparklies, Kate is having problems with dyes for her neutral range, and she's had to stop making this at the moment until she can get that dyeing issue sorted, which is a bit sad because I really like Dr. Smith's tonic. So there we go. Hope you like. Hope there ain't too much glare for you. I enjoyed stitching that. As I said, that's Jane Marshall. It's amazing what these little girls used to do. It really is. I wouldn't have been able to do these at their ages. But saying that, I learned how to knit at 6, so I can actually see it, thinking about it that way. I can actually see that, yeah, they could have done it. If you're determined to learn something at that young age, you will do it. So, right, where were we? Agnes' husband, a little gem, and I actually did this whilst I was in Scotland 2 years ago for my birthday. Sorry about the fraying. And where we were staying wasn't far from Wigton, which is now known as Wigtown, because there is a Wigton in Cumbria as well. So it turns out the post was getting muddled up in both towns, so they renamed Wigton in Scotland Wigtown, and it's now known as the Scottish Book Village. But it's a lovely little village. I really enjoy going there. Anyway, while we were there, me and my husband traipsed off to Wigtown, and we found Agnes' husband's grave, and we took a few photographs for Nicola and sent them to her. And she's in a big family grave, which is really good. We didn't go this year when we were up there to the grave. We did last year, but we visited Wigtown, but we didn't go to the gravesite this year. But there we go. Lovely Scottish sampler. And she's done in DMC, and this is a 40 count vintage mocha. Light mocha. Got everything down. Yeah. So she's 40 count light mocha. There we go. And if you're wondering why some of them are done in dark colours rather than just the green and red, at the time the little girls have stitched these are family initials, and the family initials in a darker colour like black or dark grey indicate that that person had passed away at that time. Bit of information for you. So that is Agnes. And next we have Sarah Spencer. And I actually stitched her in Soie d'Alger. Another little gem. It's a beautiful stitch, is this. If you ever want to stitch it, do it. because she is a beautiful stitch. There we go. And she again is on 40 count light mocha. And you'll find with a lot of my samplers, I've got spare fabric left, right and centre. So I could actually fit that again underneath. Let's just fold it in half. There we go. Oh, it's not quite half. But Sarah Spencer. See what I mean? I need to get these framed. I really do. There we go. That's Sarah Spencer. Then we have, Louisa Collymore. And she's stitched in Silks for You, and it's PR 126, and if you look you can see the variegated on it, or the variegation on there. It's really good. I hope you can see it clearly enough. So she's a Bristol sampler, and I do like Bristols. I think they are beautiful. What else can you say about Bristol sampler? Again, 40 count, and she's just on a raw linen by Zweigart. If you ever wonder if you know if it's a Zweigart fabric, for those that have never used it before, they have an orange band on their selvage. So that's how you know it's a Zweigart. There we go, Louisa Collymore. I do believe Saltbox Stitcher's doing this. That's Carol. Next we have Anne Morrison. This was part of a stitch along that I did, was it last year or a year before? Not too sure. There we go. She's on a 40 count. She's done in DMC, but I can't remember the name of the fabric, and I've been trying to look for the name, but it's a lovely cream colour, and you'll see there is lots and lots of eyelets in there. When I started doing the eyelets, we had a bit of a discussion in our stitching group, and if you look at the front cover, it looks like 16-legged eyelets. But if you look at the chart, it's down as 8-legged eyelets. So I did it as the booklet and did 16-legged eyelets. I'm also doing 16-legged eyelets on my model stitch that I'm doing. There we go. So that is Anne Morrison. She's a beautiful one. So that's all the finishes that I've done for Hands Across the Sea samplers. I meant to put my scroll frames back in the case before I forgot. So I'll do that now. And then I'll go through some charts with you that I've got. Some of you will have seen them before, some of you may not, and sorry about that. I just knocked my stand that's got my iPad on that I'm filming from. So there we go. Stick that there for now. I have my little stitching corner behind me. So I'm going to go through some booklets with you. I've got to back in her bag. So up until us Yorkshire Stitchers have our own retreat, and the retreat is done in March and the beginning of October. It's actually on the last day of September through to the beginning of October this year. We have a retreat at Hollingshall in on the outskirts of Baildon, which is just outside Bradford. It is part of Bradford, really. And I've been, one of the stitchers that I had done this, and it is stunning finished. It's massive, it's stunning, and I really want to do it. So at the retreat in March, somebody was selling it, and I just couldn't believe my luck, because it was the Queen of the May, and it was the Queen of May from 2018, and I couldn't find it for love nor money. But it's Sarah Brazier. Absolutely stunning. So I have all the threads. I'm in the process of putting them up to floss drops, but I do have all the threads for her. I did have the fabric, but I ended up using it for a different project, for an Owl Forest big sampler, but we will talk about that another time. And the fabric that I had chosen was Marble Pointer by Extrude Designs. So I need to find some more fabric, but I think Cafe au lait or light mocha might be better. So, and thread legend, nicely done. That's Sarah Brazier. So I really want to start her at some point, because I know she's going to take a long time to do. And I've got the threads, so what's stopping me? Apart from time, work. Yep, I do work full time, allegedly. So there we go, Sarah Brazier. So she's the only one that I've got kitted up, ready to go. So let's see what else we've got. All these charts, and here as well. So let's go through this one. This one isn't mine, this has been loaned to me, but I want my own copy anyway. And it's Mrs. Campbell 1805. I just love those flowers on that border. I will be, if I do stitch most of these, it's going to be in DMC. We do have a cost of living crisis here in the UK, and it's only going to get worse, so it's going to be cheaper for me to do DMC than it is the silks. I would love to use 103s on all these, so I just need to save up and stop spending, and then I will be able to afford them. Oh, there we go, Mrs. Campbell, and yeah, Scottish. Then we've got Harriet Goddard, 1817, again. I'm sure she's Scottish as well. I'll just take a look in a minute. Isn't she lovely? And I do know Brenda from Brenda and Serial Star has done this. It doesn't actually say, but I do like that. Then we've got Rose Ada Featherstone. go. And on the back of that we've got another chart. It is Jane Elizabeth Milner. Two in one there. And with the Rose Ada Featherstone, let's have a look. Yeah, she was born in North Yorkshire. So, and my youngest niece is actually called Ada. So all the old names are coming back. And we've got I do believe this is a French one. And it is a Marie-Louise Perret. So she should be a quick and easy stitch to do really, because on 40 count the design area is only 13.3 inch by 13.65 inch. So not that big. Well, some people might think it's big, but I'm used to. Sorry, just taking a drink. Right, we've got another delightful Bristol sampler here. This is fairly new, Mary Hillier, 1867. If I was to do this, I would do it in silk. Definitely, I'd use my, I love using Silks For You, and some lovely reds out there. So that's another one I would do in red silk. Two piles going on my little table at the side of me. And we remember Anton Uffendell. We also have Isabella Uffendell. So they will look lovely side by side. And I do have a niece called Isabella. Second youngest niece. Take this one out. So we've got Eliza Martha Linfoot. I haven't been in this one, so I've got my card and everything with it. Again, I do believe this was a stitch along, but I haven't started it. If you're wondering what the card was inside, it's that one. The front cover, the model of Lucy Navier, 1818. And we've got Elizabeth Weston. I like this because it looks really pink. That lovely house in the centre. I do know a couple of the Yorkshire stitchers have started this. I do like it. I like them all basically. What's not to like? And then we've got Elizabeth Atkinson. Now I bought this because one of my family names is Atkinson. My mum's an Atkinson. We have Jane Surtees, 1811. We have an envelope. And I've got Eliza Johnson, 1828. I know I've shown you the finish of this, but this is the booklet, Anne Morrison, 1830. Got Matilda Swallow, 1820. And she gives me Queen of the May. Yeah, 2021 Queen of the May. I like it looks like a bit like a bandstand in the middle. Hope there's not too much reflection coming off it. I know if I go like that, there is. There we go. And we have Mary Ann Dapier. Those flowers are gorgeous. Yeah. As well as the border. She's 1826. I have a love of elephants, and this one's called The Nellies. Thomas, 1882. It's called The Nellies because we have two elephants. Then I've got Anne Borrett. I love this band work, really do. I need to live to at least 100 to get them all stitched. And we've got the Alexandras of Lintratham. I probably butchered that, but hey ho. Isn't that lovely? Look at that dress. That peacock. That's fantastic. Yeah, a brilliant Scottish sampler. Talking of Scottish samplers, we've got the Old Scot. Those bands. 1740 to 1760. That lovely. Then we've got the Queen of the May 2020, which is Mary Carter. Again, look at all those bands. Let me just take these out. These two I actually purchased from the lady that I got Sarah Brazier from. And we've got Bethia, and it's a reversible band sampler. Last but not least, I have another reversible band sampler, and it's MH1656, My Beloved's Gift. This is quite a long one. So let's have a look at, on 40 count, the design size is 6.5 inch by 46.45 inch, so 46.5 inch. So it is quite a long one. Really need to do that. But I won't be doing it reversed on the other side. Just do it as one side. Well, I hope you enjoyed looking at all my Hands Across the Sea samplers, the ones I've done, the ones I'm currently doing, as well as the ones I hope to do. I hope to bring more designers to you. I think next time we will do Whilst Iris Snaps, because I love Christina's stuff. So, but I hope you've enjoyed today's. I've got plenty of stuff to show you, really have. Like I said, Whilst Iris Snaps, we've got loads of Blackbird, so forth and so forth. So yeah, I've got even Northumberland Sampler House. We've got a few of those as well. So I hope you click that like button, subscribe, and get that, you know, tick that notification, get my teeth in, notification button so you can see when I'm going to load up a new one. I hope it won't be too long. If you've been watching me on the Yorkshire Dolly mixtures, you will know that I've not been very well lately, so that's why we've not filmed, but we are hoping to film tomorrow for the Yorkshire Dolly mixtures, so you'll see me on there with the lovely Ali. So I hope, as you can tell, I've got a lovely Yorkshire twang. I hope I will see you all again soon. I hope you all have a lovely stitching week. Take care of each other, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, bye.